Let me hold your hand and see you smile
Everyone has a story.
for a little while. Give
Stories have power.
one of them to you.
They help us understand each other. This is Jessop's Journal. Jay, it's time to sign into Jessop's Journal.
All right, awesome. Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Doug Jessop. In this episode of Jessop's Journal, I have Jay Warren. Jay, thanks for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
You know, it's now time to do the hand sanitizing from Five Wives. Thanks, guys. Of course, you know, we've got the spray, mouth spray, you know, from Clear, so thank you, guys. I found out about you because I want to highlight musicians, and you are just like more than a musician. So,
Thank you.
So
Thank you. I appreciate
incredible. Just so everybody knows, we did invite Jay to come, and he performed a 3-song set for Jessop's Jukebox. Oh my gosh, yeah, you're going to definitely want to check it out. I think Jay Warren could help a whole bunch of guys have some Barry White moments. I'm just saying.
That's my job,
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
That is
Okay.
my job.
So how in the world did you get into the music business?
Yeah, so I mean, I've been singing since I was tiny. My whole family was kind of involved in the arts, and so yeah, I've just been singing since I was really little and grew up doing school choirs, church choirs, and played a little trombone in middle school. And yeah, so I've been singing since my mom tells a story of me at like 18 months trying to sing along with Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You. So I guess, yeah, since I could talk, I've been singing.
So you said your family is in the, you know, kind of entertainment music. You
Yeah.
know, give me some examples.
Yeah, absolutely. So going back, my grandfather, so my mom's dad, was an actor. He was born in Trinidad and went to the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts in London. He got the Trinidad and Tobago Lifetime Achievement Award. And his largest U.S. role would have been in Live and Let Die.
That little James Bond movie?
Little James Bond movie, yeah.
So your grandfather gets all these awards and everything. He's in this James Bond movie of all things. We got to look at the credits. What was his name?
Horace James, my grandfather, yeah.
Horace James.
Yeah,
Okay,
Horace
we'll have
James.
to check that out.
Yeah.
And so anybody else in your family?
Yeah, absolutely. So my mom, his daughter, was a dancer. So she was born in Trinidad, grew up in London, came to the States, and she went to high school at Performing Arts High School in New York. She went to high school with Ving Rhames, who, people know.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, small guy named Ving Rhames.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
without sounding funny, does that put pressure on you, though?
You know what's funny is that I never felt this familiar pressure to kind of go into the arts or go into music or entertainment or anything like that. If anything, it was just more like, okay, I can accomplish these things because the people in my family, you know, have done things like this before. And so it really wasn't pressure as much as it was motivation, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What kind of music was around your house when you were growing up?
Oh, man. So growing up, it was a lot of calypso, reggae, dancehall, soca. I didn't know many American artists until middle school, both my parents coming from the Caribbean. The only 3 American artists that I knew were Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, and we had a Kenny G CD. So I
Wow.
knew that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. Wow. So you say your dad is from, you know, the Caribbean as well.
Yeah, he's from Jamaica.
So tell me about him.
Yeah, my dad is from Jamaica, born and raised there, came to the States. Career-wise, he was a United States Marine and retired an officer. In his 20s, he was a DJ, so he was in music
There
as
you
well.
go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Dad, for your service. Sure appreciate that. Semper Fi. So what's that mean? That if I'm getting this right, then you are a first-generation American.
Yeah. First one born in the States for my family. I have a younger sister. But yeah, for my family, first one born here.
So where were you born?
Born in Hackensack, New Jersey. Very great place.
Okay, now I'm guessing with your dad being in the military, you kind of moved around a little bit.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, so I was born in Hackensack, then we moved to New York, back to New Jersey, St. Louis, Missouri, and then San Diego, California.
Wow.
Yeah, and now I'm here, Salt Lake City, Utah. Yeah.
Okay. What in the world brought you to Utah?
Right? So many people ask
Yeah, I
me
know.
that.
I'm sorry, but it's kind of the natural
you came
question,
from
right?
San Diego? Why did you come? Yeah.
It's like,
No, I came out here for school. So I graduated high school in San Diego and then went to BYU, Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah. And that's where I met my wife, and she's from here. And
there
so,
you go.
Yeah.
So what'd you study at BYU?
Business, marketing.
Okay. So you're this music aficionado and marketing. Well, okay, I guess you got to market yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
So is music your full-time gig right now?
It is, yeah. Music is my 9 to 5, if you will. And yeah, it's been that way since summer of 2017.
Do you remember the first song that you wrote?
I do, yes. There's a song called Lately, and I wrote it about the girl I was dating in high school. My senior year of high school. I had, for basically like a week, I just camped out inside of my house, taught myself to play the piano, taught myself chords, and then wrote this song. And I was like, all right, well, put it out on YouTube, and it was, my wife and I like look back on it and just kind of laugh at little me with a tiny neck, and Lately. It's the first song I ever wrote.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, should I put you on the spot and make you sing a little bit of it?
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Why not? Yeah,
What the heck,
absolutely.
you know?
Yeah. I remember it. Well, I can't say I'm Mr. Right, but from what I see, I'm worth the fight. Where everything that love should be, me and you, we're a thing. And I've been thinking lately that I could be more than anyone knows. I love your style, and maybe I could be what you wanted the most. Maybe I'm going crazy, but baby girl, I'm locked into your soul. I'm locked into your soul. Yeah.
Okay, so what'd the girl think of that song? I'm thinking, geez, come on.
Yeah, she thought it was great. She thought it was great. That's it's so funny because like in terms of music theory, there were parts of that song, it being my first song, that just didn't make any sense in terms of like the theory of music, but it was such a good experience to like sit down, write a song, and have it be received well by just, my friends and family and stuff like that. And I think it was empowering in terms of, all right, cool, like I could do this. Yeah.
Well, talking about empowering, I did a little research on you. And, and you've gotten into a whole bunch of different things. And a little birdie told me that you were like a ballet dude that just did really, really well. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So in 7th grade, my little sister was dancing. She is 4 years younger than me. So she was like doing ballet and jazz and tap and all, everything that you do. And one day after soccer practice, I was sitting in the lobby of her dance studio waiting to pick her up. And one of the like dance teachers came out and said, hey, we need a guy to carry this cardboard Cadillac across the stage for one of the dances. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're like, you're sitting there.
Sure.
Yeah. I was like, all right, cool. And next thing I knew, I was in a dance class. And so from 7th grade until college, I did classical ballet and studied at Dance Theater of Harlem in New York, and San Diego Ballet, Southern California Youth Ballet, and then for Brigham Young University as well. So
wow.
Yeah.
You're a phenomenal musician.
Thank you.
You're a great athlete, and you don't go into music or dance. Just saying. Okay, it's like, wow, but the marketing department loves you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was marketing. It was funny because when I got to school, everything that I'd heard about the music program was that you had to know all of the music theory and you really needed to be classically trained in music. And I had taught myself like 12 months prior to that. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to make it into the program. And it wasn't until like 3 years down the road that I realized for singers, you didn't have to be as classically trained. As long as you kind of knew your way around the computer and the kind of music technology side, you could get into the program. And I didn't realize that until, again, 3 years into school. So I'm glad for it though, because I think marketing has helped me so much in terms of marketing my music and the branding and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, sometimes I do think like, what if I'd studied music? Yeah.
Well, you know, my news director teases me all the time and always has this phrase that says, build your brand. I'm going, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the J. Warren brand?
Oh, that's a good question. The J. Warren brand it's about connection. It is using music as a tool to connect with other people across, different geographies or different socioeconomic situations, races, genres, religions, kind of any intersectionality that you can think of. Essentially, my brand tries to use music to connect people. And if I'm doing that, then I'm doing my job right.
Talking about connections, how did you meet your wife?
Yeah, we met in a very romantic parking lot.
Oh, wow, okay, there you go.
A very romantic parking lot is where my wife and I met. Our houses shared a parking lot in college, and so moving in one semester in the fall, me and my friends were outside, and she drove up in a white Jetta. And in high school, my friends and I had this joke that cute girls drove Jettas. So we were all just kind of waiting to see, hey, who's going to get out of this car? And it was Annie, and yeah. The rest is history, I guess.
So apparently Volkswagen needs to sponsor you, apparently.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, okay,
absolutely.
Just guys? Okay,
yeah.
Jetta. It's just saying, okay.
Yeah, right.
So since you wrote a song in high school for a girl, have you written a song for the gal that's now your wife?
Yes, yeah. I wrote a song for her when we were getting engaged, and I proposed with that. Since then, she gets on me about, I need more songs about me. So I have some homework to do, and yeah, writing a few more about her.
Now, I got to ask you, and this is kind of a more sensitive question, get a little bit deeper, okay? You and your wife are an interracial couple in Utah.
Yeah.
Does that create, for lack of a better term, any issues?
Fortunately, between her and I, both of our families are kind of really open, and so in terms of our families, it never has. When we were dating, we definitely had a lot of conversations about, what would we teach our kids, and kind of what would we talk to them about, and we had this experience where, again, while we were dating, we went up to a restaurant. It's kind of a sleepy town here in Utah called Heber. And we went up to this restaurant, and the front of the restaurant is like glass panels, so windows, and as you can see in and out. And we both got out of the car, and it was almost like as if it were choreographed. Like everyone in the restaurant just kind of...
Really?
Yeah, just kind of like looked and stared, and we were both like, maybe we should go somewhere else. Yeah, and so, yeah, we ended up getting back in the car and going elsewhere. But, yeah, I mean, fortunately, we haven't had, physical altercations or issues of violence and things like that. But certainly on social media, every once in a while, there'll be somebody in the comments with an anonymous profile that has all sorts of things to say about us or our kids. But I don't know, you kind of have to let it roll off the back.
With regard to your kids, how many kids you got?
2. Yeah, we got
Names?
2 kids, 2 boys. Winston is 3, and Ford will be 1 coming up pretty soon.
Okay, are either one of them singing yet?
Oh, yeah.
Serious?
Absolutely.
I'm joking.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Winston, who's 3, obviously before COVID, when I was touring and doing shows and whatnot, he had been to so many shows that he knows a lot of my music and songs, and he'll absolutely sing along. We've had him on stage with me before, and yeah, he's all about it.
So does he know Whitney Houston though?
He
Just
does
saying,
not know.
Come on,
He
Dad
doesn't.
did it.
I know. I got to step up, right? Introducing to some Whitney Houston.
There you
yeah.
go. Now, there's one thing that when I was doing some research on you, I'm going, oh, this is so cool. Okay, just so you know, guys, this guy right here got the number one R&B album on iTunes, and you even beat Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was that album called? Or is it called?
That album's called Give Love, and it came out in late September of 2020. It was a large project that I'd been working on for a while, and I think one of the silver linings to COVID was that it allowed me to spend a lot more time just on the album, as opposed to doing all of the shows and all sorts of other things that I would typically be doing. But Yeah, it was a goal of mine and my team's to go #1 with this album, and fortunately through some great planning and goal setting, yeah, we hit that mark.
A virtual fist bump.
Oh, thank you.
Boom.
Thank you very
Awesome.
much.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what, was there a particular song on that album that's really resonated with people?
You know what's interesting is that the different songs interact with people differently, right? Like the reception has been overwhelmingly positive, but I don't know that there's necessarily one song that most people are gravitating towards. If anything, I think it might be a song called Dangerous Thing.
Be right to be.
It's one of my favorites, and it was written by a producer that I work with, Mike McClellan. And yeah, Dangerous Thing I think would probably be the one that I suppose most people really
Hey,
enjoy.
you know what that means.
I know, right?
You're not getting out of here without singing some of that. So,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Folks, here's Jay Warren with Dangerous Thing.
It's a dangerous thing to be loved, loved by someone so divine. Throw me a line, for I get used to all these kisses. It's a dangerous thing. It's a dangerous thing to be loved, loved by someone so divine. Throw me a line, for I get used to all these kisses. It's a dangerous thing. Yeah, it's a dangerous thing to be loved, loved by you. Thank you.
Awesome. Very cool.
Thank you.
So, you know, music to me is an interesting language, if you will. I mean, it just has so much emotion and things like that.
Yeah.
And those connections. And, you know, I have to admit, there was one song that you sang that I'm going to give my wife a hard time. You know, it's okay. Sometimes somebody wants to go really, really fast. Sometimes really you want to go slow. You want to do this slow down. Oh gosh, I gotta tell you, anyway. So when you're doing all this music and you're writing, I mean, where's it come from?
Man, that's such a good question, because sometimes when I'm writing, I'll write songs from personal experience. I think a lot of people are kind of used to, writing songs from personal experience. And other times I will almost kind of make up this movie in my head or this scene in my head, and I'll try to write the soundtrack to whatever it is that I'm envisioning. And so I think the song that you're referring to, Go Slow, was one that I had kind of made up this story in my mind of this guy who was really into a girl, but he was really confident in himself, and she already has a boyfriend, but he's like, you know what, leave your boyfriend behind, come with me. We don't have to go too fast, we can go slow, but just know that I'm here. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys can resonate
It's like,
with
okay,
that.
yeah, I got that one. So Jay, I'm going to give you a chance to do a little shameless plug for those out here who are not necessarily tech savvy.
Yeah.
So this #1 album that you guys did on
Yeah.
iTunes, how in the world do people download that?
Oh yeah, so the album is called Give Love, and if you are an iPhone user or Apple user, you can go to the iTunes store, app on your phone or your computer. If you type in Give Love, it's a picture of me with an orange background, so you can download the album there. If you don't use an Apple product, it's also available on the Google Play Store, Amazon, or streaming platforms like Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, end of shameless plug. The name of this series is Jessop's Journal, and Restico makes my journals. And my journal's got all these marks and everything because, life comes with scars.
Yeah.
But they have a hashtag, and I love to ask this question to everybody. So, official question.
Okay.
Jay Warren, how do you want to leave your mark?
Ooh, that's so good. I don't necessarily know how I'm going to leave my mark. I would love it for it obviously to be through music and for people to see kind of how I live my life and what I do, and hopefully that communicates a message to them. But I know the mark that I am trying to leave is that you can create an enjoyable, successful, and happy life through setting goals and making plans to achieve them. I think too often people want to be happy and they want to be successful, or whatever it is that they want out of life. But a lot of times we miss the fact that we have to make plans in order to get there. And so I think the mark that I'd like to leave is that if you set a goal and make plans to achieve that goal, you can get there.
I'm pretty sure that you're going to be achieving a whole bunch of goals in the future.
Thank you. I hope so.
So just make sure, I get tickets, to the Grammys when you.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
just saying, okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Of course.
Well, Jay, thanks so much for coming on Jessop's Journal. And there's a couple other people we want to thank. Of course, we got the 5 Wives with the hand sanitizing. But I know it sounds weird, but have you thought about it? You washed your hands, but have you washed your nose? Clear nasal spray.
Yeah,
just saying, clear
absolutely.
nasal spray, good stuff. Of course, we also have Rustico that makes my journals. Taylor Cooperative tries to make me look good with the clothes, and of course, JW Custom Hands.
They're doing a good job. They're looking good.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing I want people to remember. Everyone has a story. Stories have power. They help us understand each other. With another entry into Jessop's Journal and Jay Warren, I'm Doug Jessop, ABC4 News.